Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 7. You get the Nasdaq up 16, S&P's up 1, gold contract up $1.1856 an ounce. You get silver up 28 cents, trading out at $24.92. Light sweet crude down to 25 cents, $47.40 a barrel. Notes and bonds. The 10-year note down 2 ticks, trading 137.25. The 30-year off 18. At 8 ticks, rather, at 172.21. It's a pretty amazing, folks, these notes and bonds. Bottom line, you're at all-time highs. They will not go lower. And what that's saying is that more than likely when we see this statement at 2 o'clock, you can expect, bottom line, they might be buying more than 120 billion bonds a month. That's what they're buying right now. King dollar is going south with conviction. You get it down 170 ticks right now, 90.30. The euro broke top side, 121. The yen broke down. That's stronger against the dollar, 103.59. The British pound broke top side at 134. Bottom line is that they're all going higher against the good old U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
And what else is going higher? Bitcoin's going higher, man, to all-time highs.
All-time highs. And, the bottom line is that, going to higher price, it looks like it's going to go to 26,000. I mean, I'm not a buyer of Bitcoin, but the bottom line is that technically that's set up. So, and you get all the big boys coming out there pumping this thing this morning in a monster way, no doubt.
You can see why they love it, man. Last Friday it was at 17,500, give or take. It just almost hit 21,000. That's a move, man.
That is a move. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, you want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures. Great program. If you haven't test-driven yet the Thinkorswim platform, very easy to do. You're sitting on the website right now. You just hit that banner, bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money. You can follow Kevin and his team every trading day. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How we doing, guys?
Doing good.
Pretty interesting turn of events here today with arguably, and Tommy mentioned this in his opening monologue, one of the ugliest retail sales numbers you'll see in a while. But it shows you how important the stimulus is. This market's hanging in there today because of the leaking details of a stimulus package, guys.
Yes. Yeah. And, I as soon as McConnell said yesterday that, hey, we're not going home until something's done, then that was it. I mean, that's what it seemed like, okay? Because the bottom line is that it might be smaller than everyone wants, but the bottom line, there'll be something. I guess they're going to try to attach it to the budget. So,
Right. And each side pulled that talking point that they were most sticky on, which is the Democrats wanted state and local tax, help for state and local municipalities. And the Republicans wanted liability protection. Both of those are now out of it looks like. And so now that leaves PPP, direct payments to U.S. consumers, help for hospitals, vaccine distribution, and testing. So all in all, if this retail sales number showed anything, guys, it's that the American consumer has a little less money in their pocket suddenly. Some of the benefits ran out. So, the one thing you can argue is this money's coming, but it's probably coming a little late, frankly.
Yeah. But it's going to get spent.
Yeah, right ahead of Christmas.
Right ahead of Christmas or right after Christmas, there's no doubt. Hey, Kevin, so check this out. I told you I'm going over to Tommy and your side on the Apple phone, right? And this is pretty amazing, folks, okay? Apple moved like in a big way yesterday. So I ordered this phone 2 weeks ago, right? And we just found out yesterday, right, that it's not even going to come out until the end of January. I'm not going to get it to the end of January. They're that backed up. And what Tommy kind of figured out is that I ordered the 12, but the one with the middle the storage.
Yeah, you got the 12 Pro Max, I think 128 gigs or maybe 128. Yeah.
Yeah. So that
probably the most popular one at the time.
No, totally. Because but every time I keep looking at Apple, I'm saying to myself, "Hold it, man."
I hear you.
I mean, I should just buy it because it's like, okay.
Have you bought your $549 headphones to go along with your new phone yet?
Well, it is amazing that, I mean, they can make millions of them. It's like, okay, you're that backed up. I mean, they just gave us the verification yesterday. That's what ended up happening.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
you got something to look forward to.
And think of the number that came out yesterday, Tom. iPhone, they're planning for a 30% increase in iPhone demand.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, this used to be before before all the wearables and all the services kind of shifted to the front. This used to be an iPhone company, right? They used to derive most of their income and most of their stock movement from news on the iPhone. Well, if these iPhone numbers come out like they're projecting, look out.
I know. I can see it going to this high pretty easy. I mean, you're at 127. That 137 is game, man. I mean,
right.
And when you're talking about, well, that's 6, 7. That's like 8 weeks to wait to spend $1,000 on a phone. It's like, really?
Yeah.
It's a great way to look at it. Seriously, you're in line for 6 weeks.
You know that. Go to a health club. Do the health club test on the AirPods. On the earpod, everyone's got them.
Yeah.
In some way, for at least 19 out of 20 people in a health club have some type of wearable by Apple. It's amazing. It may be more popular than so many other things. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
But you can make a case for every part of Apple's portfolio being popular over the holidays.
Yeah,
right?
There's no doubt.
I mean, think about iPads. Every kid going back to school now has to have an iPad.
It's going to be interesting to see how. I'm not sure if you guys saw it there. Facebook, right, coming out against Apple, and that's a privacy deal. Apple trying to limit maybe how they can track it, the personalized ads. Facebook saying you're crushing small businesses. Apple probably trying to protect their consumer. That battle is on. I was just reading a long article on Bloomberg this morning about it, and Facebook taking articles out, and whether it's the Journal, a bunch of big papers decrying Apple as crushing small businesses, but it gets into privacy, man. And I thought about it especially because it's so important to differentiate yourself. I feel like it's differentiated from the Android platform and a little bit safer. As in their monitoring, you don't have these apps that might be as malicious sometimes. And the privacy deal, it's a good deal. The first time they came out with one of the iOS's, Kevin, I showed Tom on the program, I found out that my phone, and I think it was Facebook, was tracking my location everywhere I went. And Apple told me that through their iOS. And I had never even seen it. So it's interesting to see how that battle is going to play out between those two companies.
Yeah, there's so many things going on with this stock right now. How about this one? This has been relatively quiet over the last couple weeks and months. But they're cutting Intel out of their production process. They're about to start cutting Qualcomm out of their production process. Yeah. They stopped selling Sonos and Logitech in their stores. So they're tightening the ranks, guys.
Tightening the reins. Folks, 45 minutes from now, great program, and I suspect they're probably going to be talking about Nike, too. You're talking about Christmas gifts, right?
Today, we're talking about Chipotle, General Mills, and Lennar.
Awesome. Have a great one, Kevin.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Do you have broken or unwanted jewelry, diamonds, watches, coins, silverware, and other collectibles that you would like to turn into cash? Tiger Precious Metals and Stones will pay fair market value. We make it easy to turn your precious metals that are sitting around in your house into cash. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245, and he will walk you through our safe and secure process. Andy has been in the business buying and selling precious metals for over 15 years. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245.
TFNN has just launched our Tiger Dollar Holiday Sale. For a limited time, we've doubled all the Tiger Dollar bonuses, where you can now get up to a 20, 30, or even a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. Tiger Dollars are good for all TFNN newsletters, webinars, and services and never expire. Whether you're a current subscriber or just thinking of signing up for any TFNN products in the future, this is a great time to get your Tiger Dollars. Happy holidays from all of us at TFNN.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 22. You get the NASDAQ off 9. S&Ps are up 2. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Dahl, who's the president of TAS Profile Scanner. Bottom line, folks, is that you can get this scanner right now coming over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right under featured content. This is a phenomenal piece of software, folks, and we have a special that's going on right now that you're going to get $100 off the first month with still a 30-day money-back guarantee. Steve Dahl, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How are you? Glad to be here. I always look forward to this part of my Wednesday.
No, totally. No, you know what I'd love to do, man? Right off the bat. So what happens, folks, is this profile scanner is amazing. You hear many of the hosts on TFNN using it, okay? I look at it every day, use it every day. What I'd love to do, Steve, can you bring up, okay, the part of it that we're looking at, the S&P, because what's happening right now, folks, is that you can see we're at the top of the range, but I just want to show you how powerful the software is that when things are changing, it doesn't mean that it will stay changed, okay, but it gives you this type of information that is phenomenal. And so maybe we can just bring up one of those charts, Steve, that you know what I'm saying, that we can see how the number of S&Ps above the profile versus below the profile.
Yep, that sounds good. In the top right of the main dashboard here, those of you that are in the den watching my screen live, you'll see we've got what's called TAS Market Breadth. And I'm going to bring this up here so you can get an idea of what this is, okay?
And just so you understand, you know, and even Steve, because Larry does the same thing, this is worldwide. It's not just in the den. We have traders in the den, but everyone on YouTube is seeing the same deal, okay? So as we go through this, that'd be great.
That's right, wherever you're tuning in. Thanks for the correction there. But so what you're looking at here with market breadth, essentially what market breadth does is in near real time, we look at all of the candidate stocks in the S&P 500, all 500 plus of them. Of course, there's more than 500. Yes. And we determine whether they're bullish, bearish, or in balance, or what we call in the value area. And then we aggregate all that information. And instead of you, the individual trader, having to look at a 500 screen setup in real time, you can aggregate that information to get an idea of, what the tone is, where the tides are shifting bull to bear in the marketplace. And you'll see this. I got a big picture weekly chart here on my screen here, and you kind of go back to earlier part of the year on a weekly time frame. This is, and notice how you see this red line here, which represents the bearish line, go way up here. This is March, middle of March. 94% of the stocks in the S&P 500 were bearish. What's cool about this is that, everyone's saying with the benefit of hindsight, well, yeah, we can see that now. But if you go back in time, you can see that actually market internals, or what we call market breadth, started to tip the cards that this was going to start to be really bad for the stocks right here. And then down below, you could see the corresponding simple line chart of the big tank. We saw this the beginning of the year, obviously impacted by coronavirus and so forth.
And what's so cool about what Steve's saying here, folks? I didn't mean to interrupt, Steve, but I just want them to really understand, because I trade off exactly what you just said. So what's really cool here is this. That is the longer term, folks, okay? When you're looking at it, if you are basically a day trader, even a swing trader, when that happens intraday, it's a field day.
Indeed.
And it goes both ways, right, Steve? If you go over the 94%, man, forget it. You better be selling that thing in a second if you're long. And if just the other side, if you go top side and you go over it, folks, it's only the matter of like 6 or 7 minutes, and the turn is there. So
you're exactly right, Tom. Any time frame on a day trade time frame, or even like the swing here, like I have up on my screen now, we've drilled this down into an hourly time frame. So those of you that love swing time trading, look back here. I mean, this is just if you don't think that this stuff makes sense or can help you on the bottom line, take a look here as an example from Monday. You could see this is where the market was. That simple line chart at the bottom, just again as a representation of where the S&P 500 index was. Now pay attention to this green line, because this is the bullish line, which at that time, again, Monday, was only 16% of the stocks were bullish. But then we start to see, as we get into yesterday, now look what happens. Green line crosses over the red and doesn't look back. And look where the market's been since Monday. Right. I mean, it's been that in itself. That'll pay for about 5 years worth of this product right there, and the rest is yours to keep. That's for sure.
And, what happens, folks, which is so cool, it doesn't matter what sector you like and you like to trade. You can pull up the sectors. You can pull up the overall market first. I can tell you what I do first. I pull up the overall market first, see where that is. I happen to like or don't like a couple sectors, well, meaning I like to trade a couple sectors. You look at that next, and then you're basically off to the races, man. That's the real bottom line. And it's doing the work for you. I mean, and then because you're going to do the work trading in and out of it, but it's a powerful piece of software. It's so easy, man. And trading's not easy, folks. I'm not saying that, but it's very clear what you're looking at. Very clear, It
is. And here's XLE, just for those of you that like ETFs and like to watch the sectors. Here's XLE. You're looking at, obviously, the energy weekly, big picture. Now, this is where I have my cursor over here on the right, where it kind of bottoms out that green line.
Yes.
That's October 24th, okay? And now look what that green line does. You get the crossover about 2 weeks later right here, and look at the green line. The bulls are 96% of the stocks in XLE are bullish. 96%, just one lone stock is bearish. And, of course, we saw XLE since, middle of the end of October skyrocket. Look look where we are now.
Yeah. And that oil contract is something else, man. I mean, that just won't. It's hanging at that 47 to 48, and it looks like it's just saying, hey, I want to hit the 50. And that's, last Wednesday, Steve, of course, the numbers come out. In fact, we'll have them out now. And it's amazing what ended up happening. They had a huge build, and oil still didn't back off. I
know. It's amazing. And it's, we talk about this all the time. I know, behind the camera, if you will, trader to trader, we talk about how, if markets did what kind of in a vacuum they're supposed to, and information and reports like this come out, well, your trading would be easy, but we'd all be on the same side of the market. So we wouldn't have a market at all. So thank goodness that, there's a difference of opinion, fundamentals versus technicals, that allow there to be a competitive marketplace where, using, again, the right tools, you can put a little edge in your favor.
No doubt. And so, folks, it's very easy to get. Come over to our website at TFNN. As you come over, you're going to see right under featured content the TAS Profile Scanner. Bottom line, you hit the subscribe. When you hit the subscribe, you're going to see that it's $197 a month. That being said, though, is that you're just going to put upgrade in the promo area, and that's going to take $100 off. You can check it out. It still comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just take your time with it. Steve has done a lot of videos for us. They're right on the site. You can really understand this. And it's a very efficient and easy way to look at the marketplace, folks. Big time.
It is. It's a couple things that we added to this that were really with the end user in mind. We added a way where now you can filter by price of the instrument. That was not there before. So again, if you've looked at the product in the past, come on back, because now you can filter by price of the stock, and you come into the matrix, which puts a top 10 list of the biggest market movers. You can slide this thing over and say, only show me those moves that are going to be better than 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, better than 10-1 risk reward. Very cool.
Yeah, that matrix is amazing, man. Well, listen, man, you have a great week, a safe week. Stay warm in Chicago. And you're going to have to come down and visit us soon, man.
Sooner than later, my friend.
Get you out of that weather. Thanks, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Thanks, Steve.
Stay right there, folks. Tom and I are coming right back. We have the Dow up 10. NASDAQ is up 2. S&P's up 5.5. We're coming right back. Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 4, NASDAQ up 9, S&P's up 6.5. So I got the oil numbers here, Tom.
Okay.
Inventories fell 3.1 million barrels. Distilled rose 167,000 barrels. Gasoline rose 1 million barrels. I don't know what the number was, though, that they were expelled. There you go. Okay, so the expectation was well, the medium expectation was a draw of 2.2 million barrels, and it looks like it gets 3.1.
And there was a little bit of a spike to the tune of about 30 cents. I got a 5-minute chart here up of the active contract. You were trading at 47.50. We spiked to 47.80. We're back to 47.55. Crude continues to find a bid. That's one of the most interesting ones I find, man. Just if that trade, quite a trade, to say the hysteria of April 20th. We've seen it in oil. Oil isn't going away.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And so let's go. We had a question. What happened in
silver? I saw you. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I saw you in the den this morning early talking about silver. Let's do it.
And both of the, we have the YouTube den. We have that's the Tigers den. We got another Tigers den. Bottom line is that I was in there earlier, folks, saying, "Hey, man, hold on for the ride on the silver equities." That my take is that they're going to be a good trade right now. And let me show you why. So what happens is, well, first off, first you go over to the U.S. dollar. The bottom line is that this dollar has broken a whole nother leg. Now, it hasn't really broken a whole nother leg, but it went sideways for the last 10 days. My take, we're going to 88, so we're at 90.
Yes.
You go over to the euro, and you're going to see the euro is broken topside. Bottom line, this is where it's kind of cool just doing international markets or looking at them. The pound is broken topside. And, that correlation is a monster correlation. And the yen has broken down. Okay, so now, so what ends up happening, the reason I went for the silver stocks, actually, this is on a day trade, folks, okay? So, and the reason is that when silver starts moving, man, you can't stop it. Silver is like an animal beyond belief, okay? And this morning, we had a high of silver is 25.49. We had a low of 24 probably. 1 second, let me see this. Yeah, 24.57. And my take here is that the way this is lined up, let's see, I'll show you this break. Because this is a decisive break, man. This thing wants to go to $30. This is you're breaking this line in an incredible way. So my take is $30 is on the agenda. And then on top of that, this is what you have. You have the Fed at 2 o'clock. we have the stimulus. It looks like the stimulus is a no-brainer. That's going to happen. That news has been coming out, okay? It's not going to be with the, what some people wanted, didn't want, but that's going to come out. And that's where I'm going with this whole thing. And see this bond market right now, folks, that the bonds will not go into the red? That's saying a huge amount. What's interesting, Tom, is that when Larry had Jim Twentyman on, right?
Yes.
He was talking about the 21 line, and this is like a Bud Rolfs deal, too. You and me do it. We all do it around here at TFNN. But let me show you something, folks. Even the call that made the call, I'm going after an in Pan American for folks for the day, just so you know, okay? So that's PAAS.
Sorry, you're going after?
Yes. On a day trade.
What is
Pan American Silver.
I didn't know what it even meant. Okay.
Yeah. So let me show you this, though, that this is the line that Jim was talking about. You take the last high, right? Yeah. And then you turn around and you're going into the last low. Like, we love these things, cool. Man. Isn't that sick?
Yeah.
And that's what he was talking about. That's a 21 line. And we're used to this from my man, Mr. Bud Rolfs. What Bud was always teaching us, you break topside, you had volume in the break. You come down, you can see it blew apart, comes up, and then just hits the line again. It's like, okay, man.
Pretty cool.
So that's why I picked this one, actually. Do you know what I mean? I says, okay, the probability.
No, that's great. I see it.
Yeah.
Anytime you can see it that clearly, right? That line is forming multiple points of resistance, and then that resistance becoming support.
Right.
I'm a big believer in variance in life, right? So now there's a trend on charts, right? But it's not going to move exactly how it's supposed to. Even just the way that Steve Dahl was saying it right now, man. If it was a perfect market, there'd be nothing to do because everybody would know the answer of where every stock was going to move every second of every day.
Right.
But to see it on that chart, when you're seeing it bounce like that, it's pretty cool.
No, it is. And, you can expect, I don't expect this volatility to change. I expect the volatility to actually go right through the moon at 2 o'clock, folks. And where I'm going with that is that I don't know. My theory is that the Fed is going to come out and say that they're actually buying more bonds. And I don't know what that's going to do to the marketplace, though. Do you know what I'm saying? I just know it's going to be volatile, because the market's not ready for this. See, the market's not ready for interest rates to go down again because you get, just everyone thinks they're going to go up again, But that's what bonds. That's how this bond market has been basically moving, man.
So I was reading Bloomberg about you talking about the bonds, and so they have one comment in here especially, and I have it highlighted here on the chart, and it says economists say the Fed may deliver fresh guidance on its asset purchases, now $120 billion a month.
Yeah.
And tying how long they're going to continue that substantial progress in meeting its goal of full employment and 2% inflation. So as of right now, the existing pledge is to maintain purchases over coming months. And so the expectation there is that they're probably, and I wonder how the market's going to react. Like you're saying, when it comes out, do they live up to the expectations? Do they not? If they do up the ante, does the market already factor that in when we're trading basically at all-time highs at almost 3,700? But do they, up it basically? Because right now they're just saying over the coming months. And I think the market's saying with retail sales so tough, right, with the cases spreading, shutdowns in some, you got California, New York, that they might have to come in and kind of further that pledge to say we're going to be there as long as we need to, as opposed to just over the coming months. So that'll be a big one to look for when that comes out at 2.
It certainly will. I mean, I can't picture these poor people that are basically not, out of a job. I mean, you see that the number, and Bloomberg this morning, folks, is that 110,000 restaurants have already closed.
It's so horrible, man.
110,000. So that is like so huge. And
it's unfathomable. You can't wrap your head around it. You try to, but
right.
And so many of those mom and pops, the big ones, you get darn restaurants out Friday.
They work so hard.
I saw on the TAS profile scanner. I just happened to see Darden Restaurants. It's in a breakout. Literally, I saw that on the TAS profile scanner. Right? It's a mom and pops, man, and those people work. You own a restaurant, man. I wasn't even thinking. You work your whole life,
7 days a week, man.
Yeah, exactly. 365, totally.
Tommy's first food, folks, was a pizza crust. Yeah,
I was doomed for life of pizza.
Hey, you know what I have? You know what I have? Oh, I got to show this picture someday. You know what I have? Folks, this is a great picture. I have a picture of Tommy. So pictures. I had the pizza place. That was the first floor. We lived in the second and third floor, and then in the summer I'd be always having 10, 12 stands across the Boston. And I had a fried dough stand.
Stands, yes.
I have a picture of you. And the stroller, like you're 6 months old, and I got you with making the fried dough with
how about that,
my
folks?
mother.
Fried dough, a little cheese pizza on top. It's like every kid's dream, right?
All the good food, man. Of course, we had dietetic fried dough, right?
Peanut butter cups or something.
We had dietetic. I gotta love it.
There we go. Perfect.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow's down 6, Nasdaq's up 24, S&Ps are up 6.5. We'll come right back. Hi, folks, this is Tom O'Brien. Are you looking to buy or sell gold, silver, platinum, coins, or bullion? We can help. At Tiger Precious Metals and Stones, we specialize in the buying and selling of gold, silver, as well as collectible U.S. and foreign coins. We not only buy your unwanted or broken jewelry, but you can trade that in for gold and silver coins, too. Call Andy now at 727-329-8245 for a quote over the phone and to lock in the current market price. Call us now at 727-329-8245.
TFNN has just launched our Tiger Dollar Holiday Sale. For a limited time, we've doubled all the Tiger Dollar bonuses, where you can now get up to a 20, 30, or even a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. Tiger Dollars are good for all TFNN newsletters, webinars, and services and never expire. Whether you're a current subscriber or just thinking of signing up for any TFNN products in the future, this is a great time to get your Tiger Dollars. Happy holidays from all of us at TFNN.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's flat. Nasdaq is up 27. S&Ps are up 7.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Teddy Cakestad, as we do each and every Wednesday at 40 past the hour. You can reach Teddy, folks, every trading day at forex-trading-unlock.com. The website is forex-trading-unlock.com. Teddy Cakestad, we got action out here, man.
Yeah, we certainly do. We have, I think, it's kind of funny. Everyone's been talking about how the dollar's hitting, almost 3-year lows right now. But what I think they're not talking about is that it's more of a pound rally than a dollar break going on right now.
Yes.
So,
no doubt.
And that's the hidden. I've always been whenever people ask me what's your best indicator, and the market is always the best indicator. If you look at the pound on a cross-rate basis, over the past 2 to 3 sessions, it has hammered the euro, it's hammered the yen, it's hammered the Canada, it's hammered all the currencies globally. So what does that mean? It came back over the past couple of days versus the dollar. So that's the second biggest component in the dollar index, okay? And if you look at the other cross rates versus the dollar, they're barely making new highs versus the dollar. They're just scraping. Whereas the pound was not making new highs for the past week and a half or so. It's been kind of just begrudgingly trying to hold up. Now you've had a spark of buying in the pound versus most currencies,
right?
Especially
And this is like a 2-year breakout if it can hold, right? On the pound,
absolutely.
I mean, the pound looks to me like, hey man, 143 is game, and you're at 135.
Right. And with the pound, too, you got to realize is that as of yesterday, over 57 countries now have completed their deals with the UK. So the EU, not being one of them, is, pretty much settled now with all the countries, major countries for trade around the world. Okay. So that's stabilizing the pound. And I think that's where you've gotten your biggest rush there. So the slide in the dollar right now is more of a reflection of pound strength than dollar weakness right now.
Yeah.
Especially because if you look at the relationship of the dollar versus other currencies, okay, when sometimes we have major moves against the dollar and they all trade in tandem, this is where you're having the dollar is not the focus, it's the pound. Now when you have a relative relationship where other currencies are stronger versus the dollar, this is where you're getting that lift. Okay, you see what I mean is that, for instance, the pound is slamming the euro. Okay, but since the pound is slamming the dollar as well, that's hurting the dollar. Okay, that's why the dollar is getting hit because of that relationship. So it's not so much that it's dollar weakness that's going on right now as it's pound strength versus even other currencies. So that kind of ripple effect has its way into the dollar index and hits the dollar. So I think the trend, without a doubt, even though we've been bearish the dollar for a little while here, looking for a bounce, I think that the pressure you're seeing now is mostly because of that. And then we also have the Treasury market. Before you guys had the last break, you guys were talking about the Treasury bonds. Now, there's two sides to that story. So the Fed has an open-ended buying policy now of, 120 billion, Treasury securities a month. Okay, well, here's the other part of the story that they didn't talk about that was released over the past couple days. And this is not really big news, but it's news that most people don't pay attention to. The Treasury Department and the U.S. government have almost $1.5 trillion worth of treasuries that expire before the end of this year, over the next 2 weeks.
Oh.
That's a fact. Okay,
that's going to be a lot of buying.
Well, that's because that comes out of the national debt. So that's just re-rolling the debt. Okay?
Right.
It's not adding to the debt, but they have to pay it off because the U.S. Treasury always pays. Okay, so now they're selling it out. So this is good because they're giving it back at $100,000 and they're selling it at 170-something thousand. So this is a huge deal for the government.
Right.
But what they're not talking about is, besides that $1.5 trillion that has to be done by the 31st, is we have another almost $6 trillion that's expiring over the next 12 months.
Okay.
So that means that without any addition to the debt, without coronavirus additions on this or whatever we have to do for our country, you're looking at least $7 trillion in debt that will be paid off and then has to be sold into the Treasury bond market.
Okay.
So the Fed has to help buy into this. They're basically shifting from Peter to Paul to help float the interest rate market.
What a great education
this is going to it's going to be a very big impact on the dollar. And I think that because of the bond market staying so quiet right now, this is what the bigger guys are looking at right now. They're looking at the value of the dollar getting just crushed by a big slide in the interest rates, because it's going to be just a fundamental because of the recycling of debt in our country.
Yeah, wow.
Hey,
we love this education, man. I mean, that's so cool. Let me ask you something. What happened this morning, folks, is that the Treasury said that Switzerland and Vietnam basically currency manipulators. I mean, Switzerland has always been tough. I mean, it's interesting. What do you think about that? How that, just basically shakes out?
You mean as far as Swiss being currency manipulators?
Yeah, it was like, okay, well, guess what? They've always got the strongest currency. I mean, it's like, really?
Yeah, I think that's kind of somebody has a begrudgingly something against the Swiss.
Yeah.
I don't think, if you want to talk about currency manipulators, you got to look at China.
I know. Right? That's what cracked me up about it. Right? It's like, yeah.
So I think that now, as far as Vietnam, I can't speak on that.
No, I
Swiss,
understood that.
I don't see that.
It just really blew my mind. The same thing. Like, okay, the Swiss folks never let their dollar basically get weak. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean,
right. Well,
that's why Switzerland, right?
Right, exactly. Well, remember a couple years ago they did that shakeup where they stopped buying the euro.
That was quite a day.
And remember, it took over $1 trillion out of their stock market in hours. But they did that because of the long-term impact of what it would do to their currency and to their economy.
Yes.
I wish we would do stuff like that every once in a while, just once in a while.
Listen, man, there's no doubt it's something else. There's no doubt about that, man.
Yeah. So, but dollar weakness, I think like I said, like right now with this move, if you're depending on what cross rate you trade, we're buffering the highs, newer move highs and higher move lows is a trend that you can't buck right now. I mean, between Biden now have a confirmation of the presidency, and we were talking about this back in October before the election. What is bullish and bearish the dollar? So Biden is bearish, Trump is bullish. So that part of the trend is now solidified. And now when you look at, I'm telling you, these interest rates come the first of the year. I mean, $1.5 trillion may not be that big of a deal, but $7 trillion plus whatever else they're doing next year, that's a lot. That's just a lot, even in today's terms.
It is. And even in our monster bond market, that's a lot. Yeah, that's right. There's no doubt.
Man. And I bet you the ETFs on currencies and the bonds and the interest rates are going to explode after the first of the year, especially in the options and stuff like that. And you're going to start to really see those volumes increase, I think.
Yeah, no, listen, I can see it. I think we're at the beginning of a bull in the commodity markets, Eddie. I mean, iron ore is through the roof, copper's through the roof, lumber's through the roof. Oil is still moving. It's up.
Corn is through the roof.
Corn is through the roof. Beans are going. That's just telling me that this is the beginning of a real commodity run. And potash is starting to move. Okay.
Right.
So
Right.
Well,
Watch
listen,
that
man.
CRB, right?
Yeah. It's always a pleasure, man. You have a great week, safe week, and we look forward to speaking to next week, man.
We'll see you before Christmas next week.
You sure will.
Awesome. Thanks, Eddie.
All right.
Stay right there,
care, guys.
folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow down 23. NASDAQ is up 26. S&Ps are up 5. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 25, NASDAQ's up 25, S&Ps are up 5. And guess what also is up, folks? What is up on TFNN? Right under featured content, we have the Tiger Dollar sale. Now, this Tiger Dollar sale ends the 20th. And we at the 16th? Is this?
4 days, that's right.
And so the Tiger Dollar sale, folks, you can save up to 40%. They're good for all product at TFNN. No expiration date, totally transferable. If you buy $500 worth of Tiger Dollars, you get $600. That's a $100 bonus, or 20%. You buy 1,000, you get $1,300, which is a $300 bonus, or 30%. And the max is $1,500. That gets you $600 extra dollars, or 40%. If you have any product at TFNN right now, great way to save money. You plan on getting in the next year, great way to save money. As quick as $600 you can make, actually, if you're going to use it and you buy $1,500. So.
It's a great sale. They never expire. We had people who had transferred them for Larry's webinar I talked about. They had a friend going to the class for $295. They transferred some of their Tiger dollars, fully transferable, never expire, and good for literally any newsletter, any webinar, or trading service offered at TFNN. Good for the TAS.
I'm really glad that people are transferring them too. It's really cool.
We were excited to see it.
You know what you can do, folks? We're all in the trading business, right?
Exactly.
You can buy the 40%. When you transfer them, you charge them 20%, right? I mean, it's just like they're still saving 20%, right?
Did you just encourage a black market for Tiger dollars?
Why not? I mean, we'll trade anything. We know how this goes, man. Right. You know, once you're in, you can't get out, folks. Okay, I can't almost look at any type of commodity without wanting to trade it. I'm telling you, man.
And yes, they're asking. They work for Taz. They work for every product that we offer at TFNN in terms of trading software, newsletters, webinars, live trading webinars. It's perfect.
All right. They don't work for buying and selling the gold off me, though, folks. Okay,
that's for sure.
That's a different company.
You'll go. You won't make a lot of money at 40% discount in that business.
Oh my God.